Hi everyone! In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you how I do my cash envelopes or how I prepare them for personal use. Okay, so these are my cash envelopes, or this is one of my cash envelopes. I'm going to show you how I made this. This is laminated paper, very flimsy, very soft, but still very usable. So these are the pockets. The labels are inside, they're laminated inside. And this fit well with my with my cash binder. So I'm going to show you later on how it fits in my binder. Okay, all right. So if this is something that you like, if this is content that you will appreciate, I would also be grateful if you can hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so that you get notification whenever I update a video. You can also like this video, comment down below, and share it with your friends and families. Okay, so without further ado, let's begin. So the materials that you're going to need, some labels. These are optional, so I printed mine and I used tracing paper because that's what's available here in my country. So I did print them in tracing papers. So we're going to be preparing them in this video. You can also print them in bond paper sheets. So I think these are 100 GSM paper or maybe 90 GSM paper. A little bit stiffer, but you can also use something flimsier like the tracing paper. It totally depends on you. Okay? And you can also choose not to use one. It's also fine. Next thing that you're going to use are paper trimmers. So I just have one, which is free from my laminating machine. Then some puncher. This is a puncher. This has 6 holes. Optional, corner cutter. This just came free with my laminating machine. Of course, you're going to need a laminating machine. So mine is A3 in size. It's a little bit long, so I'm not going to show in this video. I'll just post a pic somewhere. Okay. And then you're also going to need laminating film. I use 2 different thickness of laminating film. So one is this one, 80 microns, if I'm not mistaken. This is 80. And another one, which is 125. My laminating machine can cold laminate and it can hot laminate in 80 microns and 125 microns. Okay, so another optional material, scissors. Okay, so I do use scissors because these are not really good. So I just use scissors to like trim the edge, round the corners. Okay, so that's it. We're going to start our preparation of cash envelopes. I really do hope I am loud and clear this time. Okay, so for the first part, you'll need to cut out the sleeves of our labels. So I tend to just cut them out into shape like so, this one, but leave allowance at the top so that my label is sealed inside like this. Okay, so that when you open it, it's not going to pop out, and thus you can use the envelopes longer. Okay, so I just like to leave small spaces on the sides, on this side, on this side, and on that side as well. The bottom part not necessary. So, okay, so I'm going to show you how I do that. So since this is for personal use, I like to just eyeball stuff, but feel free to measure if that makes you comfortable. My envelopes fit Philippine pesos, so this is a new bill, so it fits well inside the envelope, like so. So I like to leave a little space on the corners, just on the sides, just so it's when I do get it like a little filled out, or when I do use some placeholder bills or placeholder money, then they fit, well inside as well. That's just me. Okay, so again, I just like to eyeball things. So if I'm going to sell this, then maybe that's gonna be a different case. But since these are just for personal use, I tend to just, be more liberal about it. Yeah. And then, like I said, just leave a space at the top so that it can get sealed inside, like so. Okay. And there you go. Okay. All right. Now that we've had that, now it's time to make the pockets. So if you notice, this has pockets inside. So how we do that is we take out the laminating films, okay? We flip it inside out. You have here the glossy part, and then you have outside the sort of sticky, kind of matte part of the laminating film. This is what makes the film stick together. This one, the smooth, glossy part, will not stick together, and that creates the pocket. So just put your labels on top, like so. And then we're going to put this inside our laminating film rather, the thicker one. So we have here the laminating film. I just set it aside like so. Okay, and then align my sheets. Align them together. Again, I'm not making this perfect because these are for personal use, but I'd like to make them as close to perfect as possible because I'll be using them for quite a while. Right about this time, you should have your laminating machine on so that it can heat up. And by the time that you're finished preparing your films, you can just put it inside and let it roll. Okay, there you go. Now, what about the space inside the laminating film? Now, what I tend to do in this part is that I just leave space where I can cut out and, just eyeball it really. Just to make sure you have here space. I usually use 1/2 inch for space here where I can cut the holes through. Okay, so I already have one prepared here as well for card registration. Again, the films has to be inside out. Okay, so I already did this for mine. Just align them, put inside the laminating film, making sure that you have enough space. Normally, an A4 sized laminating film is can fit 3 of this one that fits the A6 binder. So for 3 sets of this, I use 2 laminating films. So one 80 microns and the other one 125 microns. Okay, that's okay. All right. I'm gonna run this through my laminating machine off camera, and do this on the side. What I'm going to show you next is when this has been laminated. Okay, so that when that is laminated, it looks like this. Okay, so you have, like I mentioned earlier, you have the space here for the holes, and then you have the space here and there. Now we're just going to cut this to size. I like to trim like a little, allowance on the side just to make sure that it's sealed. I'm going to do that right now. Okay. So this is typically 1/2 inch. Oh, this one I put too close to one another, but that's okay. That's just enough space for the both of them. Okay, go. That's for the holes. And then I'm going to show you how we open. Let me just check if this fits. Can you see this on the camera? Okay. Just gonna cut right through at the top. Okay. To open that sealed portion. And voila. We have that opening. Now, if you do not flip the laminating films, it will look something like this. It's just gonna laminate it inside. No, it can't open. So make sure to flip inside out. Okay? I'll just cut through this. Again, leaving a little space on the side. Just to make sure that they are sealed together even when you pop your money inside. Okay, it's done. Now, as you can see, these corners are sharp. Okay, okay, hope I'm centered. These are sharp, so we're going to use the corner punchers to make rounded corners. Okay, that's why I said these are not very sharp things. So sometimes I need to get my scissors to smooth them out. This one side here. Ah, there we go. Okay, and then we're just gonna punch a hole through it. Six, like this. Make sure it's matched inside. Punch. You have 6 holes. Now, if you don't have a puncher with 6 holes, you can use something like this. This is a singular hole punch. You have to just manually cut or punch through. But if you have one of those 6 punchers, then it makes your life easier. Okay, now we're just going to put it inside our binder. So I have here my sinking funds binder, and I'm just going to show you how this fits. So just see, perfect. And there you go. This is how I make and prepare my cash envelopes at home. Now, this activity is actually not for everybody. I realize that it does take a lot of time to do it. So if you're not really crafty, or if you're not really, interested in doing these kinds of things, it's going to really be not tedious, but it's going to really take a lot of your time and patience. So I do this as exercise for my patience, as well as so that I make sure that I am my binders are updated whenever I need to update them. And I don't need to buy anymore and stuff like that. I just, design my own. So these are my own designs. And, there's freedom on how I would like to do them. Albeit, really, it does take a lot of time. Okay. All right. So if this is something that's, interesting to you, once again, I really appreciate it if you can subscribe to this channel. Subscribe to this. I would really appreciate it if you can subscribe to this channel and share it with your friends and family. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.